Hello, Cheryl here, the No Sugar Coach. Today is day 87 of my carnivore experiment. So in today's video, I want to talk about a couple of things. First, the Ketovore diet, and then about wrapping up my current 90-day carnivore experiment. So I'll start with the Ketovore diet. So the Ketovore diet is the most flexible of the various carnivore diets out there. Some people refer to it as the keto carnivore diet. Basically, it's a mashup of the elements from the ketogenic and from the carnivore diets. So it's still a high fat and low carbohydrate lifestyle, but it still maintains the focus primarily on animal-based foods. So for those of you who are currently on a carnivore diet and you miss the veggies, this may be a good option for you. Or if you want to go back to a regular low carb diet, but you've been carnivore for a while, this would be a good transition plan to reintroduce plant matter back into your diet. Or if you're new to carnivore, this would be a really great place to start, to start your carnivore journey. It's sort of like training wheels for a carnivore. So what you're going to do is you're going to aim to get 70% of your calories from fat, 20% from protein, and around 10% or less from carbs. So that's not a whole lot of carbs. And, to ensure that you're meeting those macros, you're going to need to track those macros using an app like Chronometer or MyFitnessPal. Those are just two that come to mind right now. So your food choices come primarily from animal products such as meat, fish, poultry, eggs, and a little bit of dairy and low carb veggies. Now, the idea is to still induce and maintain a state of ketosis where your body burns fat for fuel instead of glucose that come from the carbs. So although it's more flexible than a strict carnivore diet, it's still way stricter than the keto diet. So the benefits of any very low carb diet are always, improved blood sugar control, reduced or elimination of cravings, less inflammation, fat loss, and energy, which is fueled, of course, by ketones. So what does a ketovore diet look like on any given day? So looking at breakfast, 3 scrambled eggs cooked in butter, maybe 2 strips of bacon, and a quarter of an avocado. Lunch could be a piece of grilled salmon with a small side salad, let's say like a cup of leafy greens, maybe a quarter of a cucumber, and 3 or 4 cherry tomatoes. And you top that up with 2 tablespoons of olive oil and maybe a squirt of lemon juice. For dinner, trusty old ribeye steak. You could have it with sauteed mushrooms and butter and a half a cup of roasted cauliflower. Now, if that doesn't fill you up and you need a snack, you could have like an ounce of cheese, like a hard cheese, or even a boiled egg. So that's what a ketovore day might look like. So we're still looking at high quality animal proteins, healthy fats, and minimal low carb vegetables, which align with the ketovore approach. So looking at that menu, there's a good balance of nutrients while keeping the carbs very low, which is essential for maintaining ketosis. The vegetables and the avocado, that adds a bit of variety and micronutrients to the diet, which still, you're still adhering to the ketovore principles. Now, some people can tolerate a few berries as well. So you could swap out one of the veggies for a handful of berries. Again, you'll need to track your macros to be sure that you're doing things correctly. If you're taking any medications for blood pressure or diabetes, always check in with your doctor. A low carb or ketogenic diet is very effective at dropping blood glucose levels and lowering blood pressure. So chat with your doctor. Your medications might need to be adjusted. I've also, yes, I've also created a free PDF carnivore diet guide, which includes a whole section on the ketovore diet. So I've provided a link in the notes below. And by the way, always feel free to poke around my website at nosugarcoach.com. There's a ton of free information there for you to poke around and enjoy reading. So now, as I Excuse me, as I approach the final, I'm getting all emotional. All right, so as I get closer to the end of my carnivore experiment, some of you have asked if I'll continue making videos, and the answer is yes. As a coach and counselor, I'm trained in food addiction recovery, and one of the recovery tools I use is the ketogenic lifestyle. Now, depending on my client's needs, it may be moderate to low carb, to strict keto, or even carnivore. People ask me what I do, and in a nutshell, I basically I coach men and women who struggle to lose 40, 50, 100 or more pounds to understand the root cause of stubborn fat loss and show them how to overcome weight loss resistance so that they can experience optimal mental health and physical health and wear the clothes that they want and get an abundance of energy and enjoy permanent fat loss. So, in the next video series, I will discuss the benefits of a no sugar lifestyle. I will share excerpts from my Feast on Wellness program and why it works so well for for so many of my clients. So, basically, what does it mean to live sugar free? What do I mean when I say sugar? How can a no sugar life help with weight loss and or even food addiction? How do you know you're addicted to carbs and sugar? What if a moderate carbohydrate diet approach to weight loss works best for you? Are you the all or nothing type? What happens during intermittent fasting? That's the sort of thing I want to talk with you about. And of course, any subject matter you want me to discuss. I'll share tips and tricks for sticking to your preferred way of eating within the context of low carb or keto or carnivore, of course. My plan is to keep producing short videos that simplify as best as I can all of the conflicting information out there on the internet about what a healthy lifestyle actually means. I want to keep it real. I want to keep it honest and manageable. And I expect my channel to evolve as I evolve and change. So by subscribing to my channel, you'll know right away when a new video has been released. So if you're over 40 and you've been on the up and down roller coaster ride with weight most of your adult life and you're at wit's end, just join me regularly for some great tips on getting started, staying motivated, managing lapses, and taking it one day at a time. I hope you'll continue to follow along as I enter the ketovore phase of my experiment. So my personal plan is to include 2 to 3 non-consecutive days of the protein-sparing modified fast, and the rest of the week I'll eat a ketovore diet. Now, to learn more about the protein-sparing modified fast, what a mouthful. Look for day 84. That video discusses the protein-sparing modified fast in details. Let's see what the next 90 days bring. I'm looking forward to seeing how things develop. In the meantime, eat well, be kind to yourself, and keep a smile on your face. Bye-bye for now.